Good afternoon to you. It's shortly after 2 o'clock on this Thursday. Hope you're having a good day. These are some cameras I just grabbed from my 19 camera strong live network. I'm really proud of the camera network I put together. So, out in the gorge, Cathedral Ridge Winery, that's their back patio. You can see part of their vineyard right there. Beautiful sunny day. There are no red flag warnings posted. We are experiencing some west winds in the gorge, or expecting to, generally 15 to 25 miles per hour today from Hood River to the Dalles. We are still experiencing bad air quality over in Deschutes County, and we have advisories this afternoon for much of Lane County, that's Eugene, extending to the coast around Florence, at least parts of Deschutes County, and then across a good chunk of southern Oregon. So the Aspen Lakes Golf Course camera in Sisters. Now, this is good news. If you look, you can see it's definitely hazy, wildfire smoke, but you can pick out the mountains. You can see the Three Sisters. The last several days, you have not been able to see those mountains at all. It had been just a total socked in, smoky view, if you will. So, some nice news there for that area. At least things are looking a little bit better than they have been, right? Okay, let me get going with what I really want to talk about. Today we're back up into the low to mid 80s across the area, with the sunny skies we've had the last couple of days, and what we will continue to see today, tomorrow, into the weekend. Some of the best weather, maybe the best weather in the entire country. I mean, sunny days, low to mid 80s in the valley, pretty much matching seasonal averages for our area for late July. And I hope you'll agree, just beautiful weather. With that said, August starts next Tuesday, and I've talked about this. I want to talk about it a little bit more. Okay, so this is the outlook map. I've shown this to you, put out by the National Weather Service for the month of August. Notice all of the west is shaded in the orange tones and red tones, in fact. So that's above normal temperature projections. The darkest red over Oregon and Washington means we're the bullseye of the strongest confidence to see above normal temperatures for our region in the entire country. So there you go. Okay. Last time I talked to you, day before yesterday, I was tracking one model and one model only that put out incredibly strong high pressure signatures and 850 temperatures at 5,000 feet between August 3rd through August 9th. And I showed you this graphic. And my point was, are you serious? We could see temperatures between 105 and 110 again. And I told you, well, this is just something that's starting to show up every now and then. And when this type of heat does show up, the models haven't been consistent exactly where they're putting it. And that's still the case. But 2 days ago, one of the models put this type of heat over us. Now, I'm happy to cancel that graphic and say that's not showing up right now and show you this one instead. So let's clap for this graphic, right? All right, this is August 4th through August 9th. Basically gets into a week from this weekend, the first weekend of August into the first part of that next week. And it does show a stretch of 90-degree heat. Pardon me. August 4th, 93 in Portland. Then maybe right around 100 degrees, possibly reaching 100, but right around 100. August 5th, if we make it to 99, would be the hottest we've been so far this year. 98 on August 6th. And then we cool off into the low 90s on the 7th. Maybe still hit 90 degrees for a fifth consecutive day on the 8th, and then cool into the 80s August 9th. I will tell you, models have been becoming somewhat consistent that there will at least be a run of 90-degree temperatures a week from this weekend. Again, that first weekend of August. Whether or not that air mass is strong enough to produce temperatures between 95 and 100, that's still not consistent and not showing up in all the models. But I'm still here to tell you that as a forecaster, I'm seeing these models continuing to shift around this intense heat dome. And I got to feel like we're going to be fortunate to get through this month without one period of some extreme heat between 95 and 100 or hotter. Again, nothing's locking in right now, but we're just continuing to look at it. So that's the latest for a week from this weekend. We'll see if that comes true. Now, on the left side of this graphic is where we are today. High pressure ridge still producing 110 degree plus temperatures in Phoenix, still producing 100 degree heat in Texas. And I think today we're going to be up to 100 or better in Oklahoma and up into parts of Kansas. But if you look where we are in the blue shadings, there's a weak trough, a southwesterly flow aloft. We're definitely feeding off of the nice moderate water temperatures of the Pacific Ocean. And that's why we are seeing incredibly comfortable weather, low to mid 80s. And it's that westerly flow that's bringing in fresh air off the Pacific. We have fairly deep blue skies and just marvelous good air quality on this side of the state. Now let's fast forward to Friday, August 4th, the beginning of that graphic I just showed you going into the first weekend of August. See how the high pressure system that was over New Mexico and West Texas is now migrating back over Utah and partially up into Idaho. And then you can see, if you see the orange colors well up into Canada, that's high pressure ridging building up to our north, and that would be some heat up through Oregon and Washington and into Canada. So this is the American GFS model. The European model has not been running as warm as the American one, but this is the one I put that graphic together for. So there's August 4th of us getting up into the low 90s, perhaps, and even warmer for that weekend. Sunday, August 6th, same weekend on the left. High pressure still basically over Utah. The red color is the high pressure ridging aloft up into the western provinces of Canada. And again, if this would come true, this gives us a pressure height of 591 millibars at 18,000 feet. All you need to know is that we don't often get to 590 or greater. So when you do, your confidence is pretty high that not only are you going to be in the 90s, but you're going to be well up into the 90s. That's why I have that projection right now of upper 90s to maybe 100. Again, that's Sunday, August 6th. And then we cool down after that. On the right, this is crazy interesting in terms of being a forecaster. August 17th, we're going to fast forward into the middle of the month. This is a brand new high pressure ridge. The one over Nevada and Utah on the left actually weakens and then somewhat migrates all the way over to the southeast over the Carolinas, the orange color that you see on the right graphic. So this new high is a ridge building out in the Pacific. Again, this is much warmer than what the European model shows. Not all models show this. But the American model has been showing this on and off. One day I look at it, it's gone. The next day it's there. This morning it was back in action. August 17th, high pressure brand new ridge developing out over the Pacific. Now, if this would nudge inland a little bit, I feel like this would absolutely lead to temperatures of 100 degrees and better, and maybe up to 105, 108, in that category, 110. Again, the European model is much quieter, but see where the H is. And if you look carefully, if you take your glasses and you look, the number 600, that's a pressure height of 10,600 of, 10,600 millibars. That is a pressure height in the 600 range, if you will, when we abbreviate it, that we never saw as forecasters on the map ever. But now we're seeing it. So that's a sign of this compressive heating and the fact that we are seeing these heat mounds get stronger and stronger than we have in the past recorded history. So we'll follow that ridge, and I'll let you know if the model keeps that or gets rid of it. The outlook August through October, I showed you this the other day, still keeps us above normal, gives us a below normal precipitation pattern. And remember that we have El Nino building. So I just checked. The latest is the El Nino, which is warming waters in the Pacific off the coast of South America. We see my black arrow there. The latest numbers are we are now transitioning from a weak El Nino that started back in early June, and now we're right on the borderline of this El Nino strengthening into a moderate El Nino. And the likelihood for this winter is we're either going to have a moderate or a strong El Nino. Definitely looks to be a slam dunk. We're going to have El Nino. So with that said, remember, strong El Ninos are kind of typically the worst in terms of a bad snowpack up on Mount Hood. Every data set, including strong El Ninos, have their outlier years where, hey, it wasn't that warm and it was much wetter than we thought. But if you average out all the strong El Ninos, they are the highest probability of having a low or rotten snowpack due to high snow levels and, quite frankly, limited precipitation altogether up on Mount Hood. And it would lead to maybe below normal rainfall here in the valley and above normal temperatures all winter long. So we're following that. And with this story, let me click to this. All these lines for this coming winter season are different weather models. So the statistical model average, which is that green line that you see in the middle, the solid green line right, well, you can't see my finger, but right in the middle there, comes up at about 1 degree Celsius above normal. So that's a moderate El Nino it's a moderate El Nino, pardon me. Statistical models, if you're wondering, basically mean we take past history and we really gauge on what's happened in the past. So we use just raw statistical math to project the outcome. Dynamical model averaging, which is somewhat new due to the, here in the age of supercomputers, takes just physics into the supercomputer, feeds what's going on right now, and puts out these solutions for the future, which potentially could be more accurate, give us a better heads up than the old statistical models. We'll see. It's not proven. But the dynamic model average for that model is 1.8 Celsius. And at nearing 2 degrees Celsius, that would be a strong El Nino. So again, there's our range, at least a moderate to a strong El Nino this coming winter season. Kind of interesting. And we'll be talking more as we get closer into the fall season about what that could mean for valley rain and winter snowpack up in the Cascades. But for now, just some food for thought in our current 7-day, 84 this afternoon. Not much change the coming days. There could be some morning cloudiness in the valley, especially up in Kelso Longview tomorrow morning and Saturday. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies. I like our chances of more widespread cloud cover Sunday morning, at least here in the North Valley around Portland. And then we start to warm up. 86 Monday, 89 Tuesdays, the 1st of August, and there's that 90 on Wednesday. And we'll be right around 90 Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then warmer into that weekend. Okay. Hope you find this interesting. Thanks for using my YouTube channel, and I will talk to you probably in 2 days. All right. I'll talk to you later.